guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are focusing on this makeup look right here. This is like my go-to everyday today makeup. This is a makeup look that I feel super comfortable and super confident in, and it's a makeup look that I have like got more compliments in than like any like smoky eye or anything like on a night out. So I've started to wear this more on nights out and stuff, and I just love it. So the reason I'm doing this look today is because I haven't done like a base tutorial in like forever. I haven't really sat down and explained like what I'm using, how I apply it, like what way it works, blah blah blah, what way you shoot and apply it, what way you shoot, all that jazz. So a lot of people have been asking like to show how I get my highlighter to pop so much, like how do I get my contour so nice and defined with the cream products, like without it going cakey, how to apply powder, how to apply foundation so like nice and seamlessly without it looking cakey or blotchy, blah blah blah. So pretty much everything that I have sort of got requests for on like my beauty page is to do with like the base. So I was just like, do you know what? Let's get stuck to it, let's just get into it, and we'll just sit down and incorporate everything that people want to see into a base tutorial. So this looks absolutely perfect for those of you who are only beginners, only starting off and want to start from the basics. This is the basics that you would start off with, just your foundation, contour, all that jazz. And this looks even perfect for those of you who do have a little bit more experience, but you might pick up some tips and tricks that you didn't know already. So this is what today's look's focusing on, guys. So if you want to see how I create or how I get my perfect base, then just keep on watching. Brows on, they are terrible at the minute. They need waxed and they need tinted, but I'm not going to bother like drawing them on still. So I'm just going to take my Jamco clear brow gel, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly put a few wee coats of this through the brows. What this is going to do, if most of you don't know what a brow gel does, a brow gel is just going to keep your hairs in place throughout the day. So it's just going to set them and your brows are not going to budge, pretty much. So for this foundation, and for any foundation, I like to apply it with my number 3 BTY brush. I love this brush that much that the actual design of the brush has come off. So I'm just going to spritz a wee tiny bit of Fix Plus on my face. Tiny bit, pure drowned it myself in it. It's going to give the skin like a nice radiant sort of glow to it. It's also just going to make the skin super nice and refreshed before applying like any of your base products. So a lot of people think that Fix Plus is a setting spray. It is not. This is just going to keep the skin nice and hydrated and things, which is why I always apply it afterwards, like when I apply my powders and stuff, which you will see throughout the video. And I like to put it on before. So I do not use a primer because a lot of people always ask me. I don't know if I already said that, but I do not. I just don't believe in primers. Now, don't get me wrong, I would use the Benefit Professional here and there if my skin is like feeling super oily or whatever, but I wouldn't really grab it all the time. So I like to apply a couple of layers of this onto the skin. The reason why I'm applying it with like this part of the like applicator sort of thing is because the pumps broke, but there's still so much foundation in here. So I'm just applying this pretty much all over the face, and then I'm going to go in afterwards with my BTY number 3 brush. So I love the number 3 brush from BTY to apply foundation simply because it is like a kabuki type of foundation brush, but it's a multitask brush, which is why Rachel, the owner of BTY, didn't label the brushes to what they are used for, because they're multitask. That can be used for anything. Like this could be used for contour, bronzer, satin powder, like, you know, it's a very versatile brush. So what I'm doing is, a lot of people always ask like, why does my foundation never look as full coverage? So a lot of people always swirl their foundation, as where I like to pat. So you're going to get more coverage whenever you pat your base products in. So when it comes to like foundation and concealer and powders and things like that for the face, I'm always using pat motions because, like I said, that's where it's going to give your coverage. So once I have this all blended out, I'm going to go back in with another like couple of layers, not a couple of layers, I'll just put another layer here, and like everywhere where I have applied my foundation, obviously. You don't necessarily need to, but I prefer doing that, because I like to have my foundation like super like full coverage. So So for my concealer, this is like an old favourite of mine. This is the Rude Reflex Waterproof Concealer in the shade Fur. Now, it's not really an old favourite, you know, but it's a concealer that I would have used a lot a few months ago. So pretty much this concealer is super like full coverage, and it's only like £5 or something, which is like a total bargain. Now I stopped using this for a while because I was wearing tan and things, and I just don't have many like shades in this. So I'm only applying like a tiny bit, because when you blend this out, like this is how white it is. So if you're someone that loves a really like intense bright under eye, then this concealer is perfect for you, and it's so inexpensive. So I'm just going to start by applying that under my eyes just like I did, and with my same foundation brush I'm going to blend this out. Reason being is because there's a little bit of foundation left on the brush, just whatever's left, no extra, and this is going to help blend out this concealer. It's also going to put a tiny bit of darkness into it because I don't want it to be super bright, but I still want to have that nice full coverage effect. So just patting it in just like you did before. Now it's up to you if you want to use your foundation brush. I prefer using my foundation brush. I just explained the reason why, because that concealer is like super bright. So just whatever's left in your brush, what you're going to do is you're just going to take that across the eye, like across the lid space. Even though we're not going to be wearing any eye makeup today, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of sort of coverage here, because it's going to look stupid when you're able to see all your veins and all your redness and all the purples and all that other stuff going on in the eyes if the rest of the face is like completely covered in makeup. So I'm patting this in again on the other side, just like we did on that side. Now with the concealer again, I'm just going to take a tiny little bit and apply that in my T-zone. So I'm going to apply it on the forehead, right to the nose, cupid's bow, and I'm also going to apply that on my chin as well. Once again, back in with the foundation brush, and you're going to start to bounce that all in. I have been loving cream contour this weather, so I just think it looks so much better. I have like got rid of my MAC Harmony. I haven't got rid of it, it's still in my makeup drawer, but I just don't really grab for it as much now. Even with clients, I'm always constantly doing cream contour and then setting the face, going in with highlight, going in with bronzer, and then going in with like blush and all that jazz. So what I have been loving, you guys know I've spoke about these before on my channel, the Makeup Revolution foundation sticks. Now these are so inexpensive, super like really affordable. I was into the Makeup Forever ones for a while, and then I was just like, do you know what, I'm not justifying paying £30 whenever you hardly get that much product in it. I was just going through them way too much, and I just couldn't cope with affording to pay like £30 a time, especially like on clients and things, like no. So these are £5 guys, and they are so creamy, so easy to blend out. They have such a good shade range. So the shade that I use is shade F14. Now it is a little bit dark, it looks super dark, but I just take the tiniest little bit and then I'll start to blend this out, obviously for my cream contour. So this is where a lot of people are going wrong, and this is why a lot of people wanted me to show how to do contour and things, like my base. So I would use my cream cheek brush by Zoeva, or else I would use a Molly, what's her last name? Molly O'Brien brush, sorry. And it's just exactly like this one. So from your tragus area right here, this is where you want to start to blend your cream contour out, or your powder contour and your bronzer, things like that. And I like to blend sort of while I'm patting. So I pat and then take little steps at a time and blend it. So I'll pat, and then I'll sort of blend. And I'm blending this up the way towards my nose. I don't like to drag it towards the mouth area anymore. I just like my cheeks to be super lifted looking, as opposed to going straight down. So going round and round. Be very careful around this sort of apple of the cheek area. So I'll just use a tiny little bit of that, and that's it. And that's, look at the difference. It's going to give us some structure. It's going to give us a little bit of like definition going on in the face. And you're probably wondering, why are you not applying the contour stick to your face? The reason being, I just found that that looks super cakey because you have applied it in a certain area and you're trying to blend and it leaves sort of patches and things. So I like to just take a little bit of the time on my brush and sort of pat and blend at the same time. So I pat, blend, pat again, blend, and I'm blending this right into my hairline so that it looks as natural as possible. So just going around in circular motions, really taking my time and being very specific in the area. Now if you are somebody that has a small forehead, please stay away from cool tone products as much as you can. You're probably going, why? The reason being why is because a cool tone product is supposed to give you like definition to the face. It's going to make an illusion that your face is slimmer than what it already is. So if you have a small forehead and like pretty much a small face, you want to just focus on building up your bronze, like with obviously your bronzer. You want to build up like a more bronzy feel. Don't be using too much contour products because it is just going to make your wee face look smaller than what it already is. But because I have a huge face, I have a double chin, I have a fucking big forehead and everything else along those lines, I can contour the shit clean out of my face. So that is why I go in with like a shit ton. But yes, so pretty much just be very careful and just really take your time and don't be rushing it. And I just always recommend applying the product onto the brush and then start to blend, or your beauty blender, whatever you like to do. So now that we are semi-snatched, so I'm going to go in and set my face. So a lot of people are always asking me as well, like what setting powders and things do you use? So it's all a personal perspective. For me personally, I prefer to use compact powders when it comes to under eyes. I don't like my eyes to be super bright under there, but I still like to have a little bit of brightness. So I would mix between the shade 120 and the shade 90 and the Fit Me Matte and Poreless powders by Maybelline. These powders are fucking amazing, guys. Pretty much everything that I'm using is actually quite reasonably priced and more on the sort of drugstore end. There's only like maybe one or two things in this whole entire tutorial today that I'm using. It's not from the drugstore. So what you want to do firstly before you apply any powders to the face, like on the under eyes or anything, so you can see creases on the top of my eyes and you can see creases underneath. So I'll get my foundation brush and I'll just pat underneath the eye again, making sure that there's no creases under there. I'll take a sort of dome shaped brush. This is just a little Voni brush. Any brush like this is perfect for getting it under the eyes. So I'm taking the shade 90, I'm taking more of that shade and then mixing a tiny bit of the 120 shade because that's the colour that I would be in the Maybelline Fit Me, and it's very similar to the colour that my foundation is today. So I'll pat this into the skin. Make sure that you're always patting your powder products, guys. Never ever swipe, because if you're going to swipe over a damp base, you're going to just annoy the base and you're going to lift your product up. It's going to start to look patchy, it's going to start to look cakey, and you ain't going to look cute. So you just want to make sure you're patting in, and that's going to give you more coverage. It's going to give you a more flawless looking effect, and you're going to look snatched for the rest of the day. So yes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take whatever's left in the brush again, go over the top of the creases on the lid. Taking my finger here actually because I don't want to go over the top of powder with a foundation. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of the powder and I'm just going to pat that onto the lid. Now you guys know I would never do this when it comes to like eyeshadow or anything because I like to have my base damp, but because we're not wearing any eyeshadow or anything today, we want to make sure that when we look down, we can't see no crustiness. Not about that life. Now that we're all done setting the under eyes, so we're going to go in with a translucent powder. Now, I like this powder. I've been loving it for ages. I just can't seem to find another powder that I actually like. So if you guys know of any translucent powders that are absolutely fantastic and don't give you flashback Sally moments, let me know in the comment section below. So this is the Coty Earthbound. This is like something that I have been using forever now. So you want to make sure that you always check the bottom if you're in store buying it. So you get this from BTY in Belfast. You always want to make sure you check the bottom because it does come in different shades. So I use just translucent. There is translucent extra coverage that I would use on clients that need a bit more coverage to the face when they're very, very oily. I would use this for the translucent shade, just for the likes of me that has combination skin and the likes of people with more dry skin. But with people with more dry skin, I try and stay away from powder as much as I possibly can. I'll go in with a little bit and just set the areas of the skin that is prone to get oily throughout the day or prone to like crease throughout the day. I wouldn't go in with a lot like around the rest of the face. I'll probably go in with a compact powder or something, but not like with a lot of powder. So I'm going to take my BTY number 1 brush and I'm just going to take a little bit of the powder, pat the excess off. I'm not going to go in with too much of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat this in. It's all about patting, and that's where you'll get your coverage. That's where you will get your flawlessness. You know the drill by now. Well, I hope that you do, and I hope that they're getting the shift off it, if that even is a word. So you're just patting this in. What I'm doing is I'm just going underneath like my contoured area, and I'm just leaving that area completely clear. I used to always set like my whole entire face, but I'm only setting like the rest of the face and leaving like the contoured areas completely clear, because I am going to be going in with a bronzer in like a minute or two, and that is going to act like as a powder for us anyway, because it's a powder. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a tiny bit of Fix Plus. By HEYYY, you already know the drill by now. I'm going to spritz this all over my face, and a lot of people always ask why, and then a lot of people will always be skeptical, like, well, not skeptical, a lot of people will always ask like, how do you get your highlighter so like boom? This is the reason why. So what you want to do with your Fix Plus, or even like a primer water or something like that, or even a setting spray, spray it all over your face. What that's going to do is it's going to put some hydration back into the skin. It's going to take the look away of any powderiness, like anything like powdery look that you have in your face, because we do look powdery as fuck right now. So you're going to spray this all over the face. It's going to take the powder look away, and it's also going to leave the skin nice and damp, and that way you can go in with your highlighter and it's just going to go on like a dream, and it's going to blend nicely into the skin, and it's not going to look powdery, because if you're going over powder, top of powder, top of powder, it's going to look super like powdery. So you want to take your Fix Plus, spray it right in the face. So time for bronzing the face up. So I forgot to completely mention, the reason why I do my highlight first, if you're new to my channel, is because I think that when you put your highlighter on first, then when you go in with like your contour products, if you're using like bronzer or anything, it's all going to blend nicely together, and it's not going to look like there's a big block of like fucking shimmer hanging at the top of your face. I just like it all to look and blend in nicely, which is why I always do it first. And it's going to help blend like your bronzers or your contour powders and stuff together very, very nicely. So I just wanted to say that. So I'm going to go in with my Jamco bronzer, the Golden Goddess bronzer. You can use code Aine20 at checkout for 20% off your first order, and I'm just putting that in here. I don't get paid for it, because a lot of people are like, right, okay, we get it, you're getting paid. No, I'm not. Judith just kind of gives me a nice little discount code to share with my followers, and you only get to use it once, so be sure that you get everything in your basket. But this is a game changer for me. So I'm just going to take this in the area where my contour is, so you'll be able to see anyway. And I'm being very, very light-handed with it, and I'm building the product up. I'm not going in and swirling too much at a time. I just like to build my product up. So I'm just using circular motions and blending that up into the highlight so that it blends in super, super nice and natural. I'll take another bit and I'll place that around the forehead area, just using circular motions again, but be very careful, because remember, we didn't set our cream contour in place. So it's still obviously going to slide about if you go in too rough. So you just want to barely touch the skin, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just being very, very light with it. I'm just using little tickling motions to blend that out. Take some underneath the jaw and blend it down the neck. And then whatever's left in your brush, you're just going to take this down the sides of your nose. Now it's entirely up to you. I would go between contour my nose and then I wouldn't, so it's all like personal perspective really, so you don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I just feel like putting a little tiny bit of bronzer just down the centre of the nose is just going to tie the whole look in and your nose isn't going to be completely white. For blush today, I'm just going to take my Milani Cosmetics Baked Blush in the shade Bellissimo Bronze 06 Bellissimo Bronze. This blush is like my ride or die. I'm obsessed with like peachy blushes, blushes that have like a little bit of sheen to them as well. So this one would be like one of my favourites because it has different specks of shimmer going through it, like goldy tones, like champagne tones, and it's a beautiful, beautiful blush which goes with like any type of bronzy look that you're going for. So I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to apply my bronzer, and I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm going to blend this up into my contour, etc. And then whatever's left, I'll take a tiny bit around like the forehead and stuff, just so it all ties in, because I don't like to just have a block of like peach or pink or whatever blush I'm going for on my cheek, like just here. I like to blend it all through it. I just think that looks so much more like presentable, if that makes sense. Like it looks more approachable, it looks more niceable, like niceable. Oh my god, I can't speak, I don't even know. So guys, that's the lashes all applied. I'm obsessed with this style, especially for this look. Anytime I am wearing this makeup look, I'm always wearing this style of lashes, like regardless. I am just so obsessed. So once again, these are in the style MCM3 and they're from Molly Cosmetics. So I'm going to move on to lips now. So I got a partial today. I recently discovered the brand Jordana Tisha. Don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but they sell like a lot of amazing liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, glitters and things like that. I recently seen Mitchell using them. Like he has a collab out with them, and I never heard of them until Mitchell actually brought a collab out. So I went on and ordered 3 products just to try out first to see what they're like. So I ordered a liquid lipstick and 2 glosses. So I got the liquid lipstick in the shade In the Buff. I got a gloss in Bougie, and then I got another gloss in Dare to Bear. So I'm going to use Dare to Bear today, and I'll use these like in future videos if you guys are interested, you know. So I'm going to use my favourite lip pencil, which is the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencil in the shade Versatile Chestnut. And then I'm going to use the shade Dare to Bear from Jordana Cosmetics on top. So you guys know the drill. I'm speeding this up because the girl takes too long doing my lips. So guys, this is the completed makeup look. One more thing I will add, I just went ahead and got my brow gel again and just put it through my brows. Remember at the start of the video I was telling you I always do that after I have like powdered the face and everything. So that is what I had done, the only thing I really did off camera. But yeah, so this is the completed makeup look. A lot of you guys were requesting to see how I did my base makeup, and you all wanted to like know wee tips and tricks like in regards to how to get your highlights to pop so much, like how do you get your cheekbones so defined, how do you contour with like cream products. And I just put it into the video. This is like my go-to everyday makeup if I do wear makeup. I've started to really wear this makeup like on nights out and things as well, and I just feel like I get more compliments when it comes to having makeup like this on. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you have benefited a wee bit in somewhat way and picked up a couple of tips and tricks that you didn't know before. So if you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a big massive thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell in the corner, and you'll get notified every single time I upload a video. I will leave all my other social media listed in the description below so that you can go and follow me on there. And I'll also leave a link to where you can purchase my lashes. All biz guys, I am so flippin' excited. My new lashes are going to be here very, very soon. They are just in the process of being shipped out, and I will have them within the next few days. I'm so excited for you guys to see them. I can't wait to sit down and record a full dedicated video showcasing the lashes up close and personal, trying them all on, letting you know what they look like and all that good stuff. So I'm so excited. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you on my next one.